Okay guys, so I'm in a really dark room right now. I don't know what's going on, but a bunch of gaming cultists in green abducted me and threw me in this room, and I'm just kidding guys. Now I'm right here with Razer, and as you know, Razer is green and black, so it's a dark room, but that's okay. Hopefully that lighting's helping you guys see. So we're gonna have a couple spots here, so stay with me in this video. So we've got their Razer blades, right? I'm gonna make sure I got that right. Now guys, I know we all got different versions of gaming laptops, and a lot of us are desktop PC people, so we don't put the money into the gaming laptop. Couple of quick highlights. We do have GTX, RTX in here. They're going to update some of their models where they're going to have the 2060, the full version, and then they'll have the 2070 and 2080 Q, Max Q versions, which kind of those more mobility optimized versions. So, you know, and that's kind of things that you would be expecting. We've been hearing about RTX for a very long time now. It's not huge news, but there was something that I thought was really awesome. So, when they start to build these laptops, so their laptops are aluminum, and they start out with this solid metal plate, and I mean, you can feel it. This is a solid chunk of aluminum. By the time they are all done, that's how they get to this really light, really thin, really sturdy aluminum top panel for like the keyboard and the touchpad. And what's nice about this is not only is it obviously way better quality, which of course you want when you're dealing with high sensitive gaming PC hardware, but it allows them to have more space so that they can keep the laptop thinner, because they can actually fit components easier behind all of this while they have this really thin, really precise design for the keyboard and stuff. So that's awesome. I thought that was cool. Wanted to share that with you. Now, moving on to these guys right here, kind of come in a little bit closer. So what's cool about this guy though, and can't resist this, see this screen here and see this guy moving around, and I think this was a Battlefield or something like that, but 240 hertz monitor on a laptop. I mean, that is amazing. And not just any laptop. I mean, look at how thin and small this guy is. And they've got 240 hertz of gaming smoothness crammed into this guy. I'm not sure how they do that. That is some wizardry right there. And then this guy here has actually got a 4K monitor. So maybe not as useful for people who are like into first-person shooters or competitive, but definitely useful for people who have to do production, art, various things. All right, guys, let's get to the thing, though, that you're really going to be interested in. Over here.
I just checked that out.
Nah, I gotcha. It's all good. So, this is Razer's design from the ground up, their first ground up monitor, like completely them. This guy's a 27-inch panel. It has an IPS screen and 144 hertz, great for smooth gaming, 1440p resolution, which is that sweet spot, you know, not crushingly difficult to achieve with 4K, but a lot more smooth, a lot more visually accurate, precise, you know, kind of helps with that aliasing problem with that little higher resolution than 1080. This guy looks great. You guys know that's good. You're gonna get sick here, but it's got RGB on the bottom, Razer Chroma. That looks amazing. I need everything in my life to be this, so this is really cool. But guys, why? Okay, maybe there's somebody who has done this before. I don't really know. So in all fairness, I'm not sure. But this is the first time I've seen this. Why doesn't every monitor do this? I mean, look at that. You just angle it up and bam, you can plug in. You don't have to angle it and tilt it and turn it around and then try to squeeze that cable. Nope, just you angle this guy right up and bam. You've got access to USB ports, you've got mini display port, you've got HDMI. So plenty of connectivity options. This is fantastic. Now, you saw those green wires. Those come with this monitor. These are all little extension cables. So what happens is they've got the two USB ports. They can connect to what ends up being a C port. So this thing will have a C port that comes from the monitor to your PC. Plenty of bandwidth. You can use that for either devices like your gaming keyboard and mouse, making sure it's keeping that latency as low as possible, or you can even use a device that uses display like USB-C for display. So it's like it's how would you say that? It's both in and out. You can go out for devices, or you can go in as a display. And then you've also have these other extension cables for, like, just say your typical HDMI or anything. Keeps all the cable clutter nice and hidden behind your desk. Make sure that the only thing you are seeing is this screen. Also, they've got a fabric mesh on the back, which looks really nice, but honestly, the thing that I was thinking was dust filter. Keeping dust. I mean, I know this thing's going to collect dust, but what's nice is that dust is going to be on the outside here and not on the capacitors and heating the components that generate heat on the inside. I kind of think I don't know if that was an intentional design, but I would think that's going to be an inadvertent side effect. That's a very huge benefit to that. And then, of course, this panel goes up and down as well. Guys, I'm telling you, this is great. This is an awesome design. Here's what also impressed me. I was a little concerned to hear about that price tag. Looks like they're going to be releasing this probably towards the end of the first half of this year for $699. That is not bad. IPS panel, 1440p, 144 hertz. That's great. All right, guys, we got to get to another room. Sometimes when you're at CES and working your tail end off, you just got to spend a little bit of time resting, playing some games. Gotta unwind a bit. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually just showing off a product from Razer. So guys, you know Razer does gaming keyboards and mice, and that's completely normal and expected and everything. But what if you've got a gaming system that is hooked up to your TV? In fact, I pretty much use a computer for my TV. Or what if you have an Xbox? Razer has a wireless mechanical keyboard and mouse so that you can not only be 100% compatible with the Xbox button. I mean, they've got an Xbox button right here that when I press it, it brings up the Xbox home screen, which is pretty awesome. But we also have mechanical switches, a great gaming experience feel, and we have a mouse comes off to the side. So I'm going to take this mouse off real quick. We can take a lever here and slide this baby in and out at will. So if you're like me and you have a really high sensitive DPI and you only move your mouse a little bit, we can bring this thing in to say like right there. Or if you need to have room to move your mouse, they actually bring this pad out really far, and that's really good. Now, there is something though that happens when we're dealing with gaming mice like laptop keyboards and mice. They never feel comfortable. They suck. Because there's just something about it. And I never knew what that was. Razer figured it out. And it's this right here. Now this isn't going to totally stick. But if I just bring this up here, do you see what's happening? This is not moving. Why is it not moving? Because it's magnetic. This mouse pad is magnetic. And so that's actually like, you know, you get done, you take your hand off. If I pick this up and move it to the table, I don't lose the mouse, which is great. What it also does, guys, and this is what blew my mind a little bit, is when you are playing that little bit of magnetic hold, you don't feel like you have to hold on to the mouse really tight and you're going to lose it. So you end up relaxing your hand, relaxing your arm, and you're just sitting here gaming. They've got a little stronger magnetic edge so that as you are moving the mouse towards the edge, it'll help grip it and kind of push you back in. So you realize, oh, I'm about ready to go off the mouse pad. I better come back in, which is fantastic and helps you not slide the mouse off all the time. Guys, this is fantastic. I mean, even if you're just streaming Netflix on your TV using your PC, this is comfortable. And then it stays together. You can move it to your coffee table. The mouse isn't sliding. It's not falling off all the time. It's fantastic. I love this thing. I'm really, really happy with it. Okay, guys, we're not done yet. They let me out of the rooms for a little bit so I can check something else out, but Razer is designing their first PC cases, and they've got one on display right here, and there's a couple things that are really cool. So come take a look at this. For starters, look at this, hydraulic panels. I love that. Like, you just open it up, it raises up. It's like Back to the Future, the PC case, right? That's really awesome. Guys, this is gonna be like an enthusiast case build. And the other cool thing about Razer, let's come over here to the front here a little bit so we can see this. And come over here and take a look there. So this top panel they're going to do the kind of thing where as the system heats up, this panel will raise up to help vent the heat and get things better cooled off inside. Now guys, this is a bare bones case. There's not going to be fans, there's not going to be anything in it. It's going to be for ideally geared towards liquid cooling, custom builders doing, you know, custom things. It even has, looks like, some very strong potential for modding. It looks like they got some good solid panels in there. So yeah, this is definitely an enthusiast case, and I still really like it. I love those hydraulic panels. They look very clean when they're closed. Nice design. RGB, what's the problem? Well, there's just too many companies, too many software suites, too much, just everything trying to play nice together, and they don't. And so we've got the situation where lighting doesn't sync very well. And one of the things I've thought was, wouldn't it be nice if somebody just made a software that controlled all of it? Well, all right, come over here. So look at, like right here, there's Msi Mystic Light. You guys might be familiar with this. We've got, I'm going to minimize this guy here, if it would let me. All right, we'll just come over here. Look at, there's Thermaltake's fan lighting. You know, if you're trying to put RGB in your system, you got all these programs fighting with each other. Razer is coming to the rescue by having Chroma Connect. So look at this. We've got an ASRock motherboard, Thermaltake fans, Msi Mystic Light on their graphics card. And when that all comes together, it's all synced here. They even have some Team Group with their RAM and solid state disk in here. And all of that is syncing together with one program. Guys, this is what we've needed. Like, you guys, if you get this program, you have a Razer device, you have this system, syncing it all together. This is going to help a lot. Guys, some of you have been following me. You remember that Gigabyte RGB Fusion needs some work. You've seen that video. Some of you have been right there with me. I can't get this lighting effect to work yet. This is what those problems need. In fact, Gigabyte, if you happen to see this, yeah, you should get on board with this, because that would solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. Now guys, I know we're in CES, and I know that it feels like a party, but it is not a party. Now it's a party. So Razer's got some really cool integration things going on. So they are integrating with, these are light pads on the wall. They integrate with Philips Hue LED light bulbs. So you can have lighting in your room that will sync with your gaming. You have an explosion, the whole room lights up. I mean, that's fantastic, right? You can play music and have all this lighting going on. And if you come over here, you can see we've got music playing, we've got different connected devices, we got all this RGB just going crazy. It is a lot of fun. We just made it a party. So guys, all this integration, all the stuff that's happening, that's not all. There's one more thing that's pretty cool. They have Amazon Alexa voice control. Now, if I come here to this microphone, I can tell it to do something. It might not work. Hey Alexa, stop. It might listen to me, it might not. There's some really crazy interference with the Wi-Fi, so we can't really get things to work as good as we'd like. But you can tell and control your lights here. If I go, Alexa, turn Razer Chroma to red, it won't do it because it just has trouble with this Wi-Fi. But I could change the colors by giving it voice commands. Isn't that fun? So we did get to demo it. We got it to get responses. It does work, guys. But like I said, when you're in CES, there's so much wireless interference. It has to send the command out through Alexa, come back to the system. There's, you know, that's not a problem with the software. It's just a problem with CES. But hey, we are doing great. So guys, I think that this is awesome. I love the PC component integration. I love it. I love it. Hey, I hope you guys are rocking out. Let's go ahead and finish off this Razer booth. Guys, it feels like a literal earthquake in here. I've got Doom and everything is feeding back. So as I'm shooting, I'm feeling the feedback in my hand. As I jump, I'm feeling the feedback in my palm here. I feel feedback in my back. I mean, I didn't come to CES for a shiatsu massage, but I got one. So this is really cool. The feeling, the vibration, the feedback, it's kind of one of those little immersive things that really gets you into the game. Now, it may not be for everyone, but it's really, really cool. I really like sound and feedback, and it feels great. Also, I don't know if it helped me, but I killed like 5 things in Doom, and I've never played this game, and the last time I even demoed this game, I died. So I feel like something's going right? Guys, this has been Razer. This has been an awesome showcasing of technology. A lot of cool things that they are doing. All this vibration feedback is something that could be really, really fun for gaming, especially if you can get a hold of all the parts to that. And it looks like it's not going to be too hard. You know, a wrist rest, a little bit in the chair, a little bit in the headset. Not too bad. Guys, Razer's done an amazing job. This has been a ton of fun. Of course, this is still just the very beginning of CES, believe it or not. Catch you soon.